Okay, we're back with our mock-up of a back seat. The seat has both a seat belt and lower anchors. The base, which comes with the Perego Nido Lounge, will work with either the lower anchors or the seat belt. And then, excitingly, we can also install the seat with just the seat belt without the base. So we're going to show you that too. So the base that's included with the seat looks like this. You generally start with popping out the lower load leg, which is a really, really fabulous safety feature that the seat includes it. Not surprising, again, it is a European design, and generally in Europe we are seeing more of those advanced safety features than on US car seats. So you can open up your latch storage, which is at the front of the base. You can go ahead and close that up. It's just an easy way to be able to get that piece out. Now on the base there is a level with a level bubble, and because we're installing this guy for a newborn, let's say, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the dial knob on the front of the seat to get that bubble to head more toward 4 pounds and further away from the 22 pounds. This is so that when we install, kiddo's airway is going to remain open, especially for that newborn when they don't have head and neck control. So this level bubble on here is extremely clear. The dial is easy to use. You spin it plus or minus, and that is how you adjust that. So a super easy adjustment. Now you go ahead and lift the blue handle here. I think they call that secure lock. I can double check what the trademark name is. But basically, it's a blue piece on the seat you'll lift up. You'll go ahead and install your lower anchors in the correct manner with the thick side up. There are arrows, on those pieces, those anchor connectors that point upward that show you which direction it is. And then you're going to go ahead, gather all the slack, and then tighten your lower anchor belt just like that. The best thing about this is now we close our blue secure lock, and that's going to shore up any of the slack on there because you don't want that piece moving more than 1 inch from its installation point. And again, this does not substitute for reading your instructions. You absolutely 100% need to read your instructions for every car seat before use. This is just for demonstration purposes. This is not instructions. Now, this foot comes down with a pincher and will make contact with the floor and locks into place. So now the base is not moving. You have your anti-rebound load leg as well as your anti-rebound bar on the actual base itself. And now our car seat is just going to lock right in. Another very cool feature of the seat, which I don't know if you guys can see, but I can perhaps turn it. There are windows here that turn green, so it's red. That's how you know the seat is not installed. And then once the seat is correctly on the base, those red windows turn to green. So that will communicate with the person who is putting it in that they've done it correctly. Now, I would always encourage you to pull up on the seat to make sure that it's not moving, but that is essentially how you install that base with lower anchors. Now, let's say you have a car older than 2003, or for whatever reason you can't find the lower anchors, or maybe the position you want to use in the vehicle doesn't have lower anchors. Another nice thing about these lower anchors is to remove. You simply pull on the red tab. There's no sticking your hand in your seat and losing all feeling in your fingers trying to get those pieces to come out, which can be the case for certain other car seats. Now, typically, if we were installing this back with a seat belt, you would want to go ahead and put your lower anchors back in their hiding spot. I always get criticized from people when I take the time to show these kind of steps in these videos because it is a little clumsy and it takes a second. But the reality is you don't want pieces floating around in your car to ever become projectiles and hit your kiddo in the face. So that is why we're going to go ahead and close that up and just shove it back in. Now, wherever there is blue on a rear-facing car seat, typically that is an indicator of where the seatbelt goes for installation. So we're going to run our seatbelt across the blue because we're not using the lower anchors. We'll go ahead and buckle, and then we will run that belt back across the same path. And we'll go ahead and pull on the shoulder belt while we do this. And how tight you can get it depends on a fair number of things, your strength, the type of latch plate you have. Latch plates actually play a bigger part more than seatbelts do, which is surprising to people. But you're going to go ahead and make that tight and then close off your blue piece there. I will double check to see if this belt needs to be locked off at this point. I can check in the book before the end of the video. I'll be sure to include it in here, but you're gonna wanna make sure that that's not moving more than an inch. And that's essentially the general idea of how your seatbelt installation would go. And then your car seat will clip on. Again, we may have to lock off the shoulder belt. I will check that. And again, this is not to substitute for you guys reading the instructions. Now, one final thing that's very exciting that I wanted to touch on is that we can go ahead and install this car seat without the lower base whatsoever. So let's say you don't want that piece, or you want to go on vacation and just take the car seat and not the base. You're going to be able to install it no problem with just the kiddo in the seat without the base. So if you look at the car seat has blue on 3 different parts. You're going to want to make sure that the seat is level, so you don't want it tilted like this, you don't want it tilted back. There is a level line on the side of the seat that'll say make sure it's level with the ground for baseless installation. That's what we're doing, a baseless installation. We'll go ahead and pull the seatbelt through each side. We'll go ahead and buckle. And again, this is much easier when you're standing on the side and not kneeling on the ground, trying to do a demonstration for camera. This guy is going to come all the way around the back of the seat and tuck into that back portion. When you pull a seatbelt all the way out, generally when it retracts back into the car, it'll be what's called locked off. Makes a clicking, ratcheting sound, and that's how you know if you pull on that belt, the car seat is not going to move. This guy's a little tricky because it is, again, demonstration. It's not a totally real vehicle seat, but we're doing our best to kind of show. Best practice here is to feed as much back in as you can, still getting a tight fit, and then you're going to go ahead and put the handle, rotate it forward, just like that. So that is an option if you wanted to install it without the base. So you can install it with the base, either with lower anchors or with seat belts, and then you can go ahead and install the seat anytime, any place with a seat belt. Lap belt only or lap and shoulder, but this is a demonstration for lap and shoulder. And again, here you definitely lock off the belt. I will still check for the base, but we will do one more little video showing how it goes on and off for car seats, for strollers. And that's very exciting because you have a pretty broad variety with this fabulous car seat.